This is the Ottawa Senators Outlook. Here is your host, Jack Henry.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Ottawa Senators Outlook. My host, Jack, is my recap reacting to the Blue Jackets game, so let's go right to it. So the Senators come away with a 3-2 victory against the Blue Jackets, and before last night, we played 30 out of the 31 teams. The lone team that we haven't played all season was the Blue Jackets, so this is the first time we ever played them this season. Anyways, in the first period, Ridley Gregg scores to make it 1-0 Ottawa, and then 30 seconds later, Boone Jenner scores to tie it for Columbus to make it 1-1, and then Drake Batherson with a goal, assisted by Dylan Cousins once again, to make it 2-1 Ottawa, and that's all you get after the first period. The Sens are up 2-1. In the second period, Jake Sanderson scores to extend their lead to 3-1, and that's all that happened, so we're up by 2 goals after the second period. However, in the third period, Kirill Marchenko scores to make it 3-2, and that's your final score. So the goaltending matchup in this game was Tarasov versus Ullmark, and Ullmark stopped 29 of 31 for a .935 save percentage, and Tarasov stopped 24 of 27 for an .889 save percentage. So the Senators did get outshot in this game, but they still came away with a 1-goal win. And with the win, the Senators are now at 39-28-5, so they have a total now of 83 points. And the Columbus Blue Jackets are now 33-30-9, which means they have a total of 75 points. So Columbus is in the fight for that final wildcard spot with them, the Rangers, the Islanders, Canadians, and at this point, now you can even put the Red Wings back in that conversation. The bottom line, nobody wants that second wildcard. The Senators are giving themselves an even bigger cushion now where it looks like they're really going to lock up that first wildcard spot. Money Puck has us at a 99.5% chance of making the playoffs. So let's just say those chances are pretty good for the Senators. So bottom line, they still have to keep winning games because their spot isn't safe. But I think we can say we're making the playoffs this year. But I'm happy to see the Senators taking advantage of these type of games because Columbus, like I said, they're in a position where they are looking to get a wildcard spot as well. So you don't want to lose ground on one of those teams, and the Senators capitalized on that opportunity. So again, big win by the Senators here. They have a game against the Pittsburgh Penguins today, which is another big game. I'm going to be honest with you, I'm a little nervous because Ullmark started this game against Columbus, which means Anton Forsberg is most likely going to get the start against Pittsburgh. And let's just say the way he played against Buffalo on Tuesday night was not good. I definitely think at least 2 of the 3 goals that the Senators gave up in that game definitely could have went back. But hopefully you get a bounce-back game from Forsberg because Pittsburgh, while they are better than Buffalo, they are nowhere near as good as the Senators are right now. So that's another game you really want to take advantage of. And the Senators can really extend their lead over these other teams fighting for that final wildcard spot. Anyways, the Senators are one more win from 40 wins. They will reach 40 wins. If they do, they will reach the 40-win mark for the first time since the 2016-17 season, which was the last time the Senators made the playoffs. The Senators won 39 games in 2022-23, so we're tying that mark, and right now we're at 83 points. That team made it to 86 points, so you're going to see big improvement from the Senators compared to the last few years with DJ Smith. So I got to give a lot of props to this team because they're still finding ways to win, and they're going to be a tough outing for any team they play, which is most likely going to be the team that wins the Atlantic Division, which now at this point is kind of up in the air because Toronto is looking like they could win that division. Obviously, Florida's up there, and Tampa Bay, don't sleep on them, but I think it's really down to Florida and Toronto, and those two teams actually play each other twice more, so that could really tell a lot as to who wins that Atlantic Division, and the Senators do play Tampa Bay and Florida once more, so those could be potential first-round previews. So those are big games for the Senators. As a matter of fact, all games are big for the Senators moving forward. So at this point, they just have to keep on winning to clinch the playoffs. I'm excited to see how they do it in the next month. They have one more game in March, and then it's April. So anyways, give me your thoughts on this game. I will see you after the Pittsburgh game for my recap on that one. So I'll see you there. Anyways, like and subscribe. But for now, this is Jack from the Ottawa Senators Outlook, and go Sens go.
Thank you for watching this presentation of the Ottawa Senators Outlook. For more of this podcast, click on the videos on the left, and subscribe by clicking on the icon on the right. Thank you.